Hello, I'm Jury Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge for September 8th, 2016. Today I tested my video first, which has not usually been a problem, but this time, or last time, I don't know exactly what happened, but there was no video. So, looking at the leaderboard, a couple really good scores and a 0. That always makes me a little nervous. Someone failed spectacularly, other people's have succeeded greatly. So, do have stealth today. Stealth means I get to have fun. No ship upgrades. We have unknown infestation types on a Government A with really thin... really thin passages. Now, Government A's... Usually don't have... I'm also going to do this. Government A's don't usually have a problem. Ooh. Got a sensor. Which is actually really good, because I want to make sure that I don't have slime spawn. And I can use the sensor to do that. So Zach, welcome to the family. We go ahead before I potentially fill this room with something dangerous. That's what I was hoping for. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. That's actually very good as well. No fuel. Right now, that that sensor that I dropped is really just a warning beacon. Okay, actually, good news and bad news. Because that thing is going to attack... Oh, okay, how much, okay. 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 So that's one infestation type I know of. Helps push the right buttons. I didn't want to leave the sentry up there. Actually, I need to go up this way. That is great. Oh, I'm glad I didn't turn off my stealth. This is a huge room. Okay, now I should be safe. Which is good, because I'm about to lose it. There's actually a generator in here. Which is fine. Okay. Well, that sucks. That's what I meant to do. Well, I get one more room. There we go. R9 has the turret. Now, this is actually good. Ish. Good-ish. Okay, so I have at least 2 infestation types. At least 2 infestation types. Now, I know that room is safe. I'm actually almost completely done exploring the ship. I've just got one room left. This is a really bad room for this to happen in. Okay, so I do not have slime. That is a sigh of relief. Okay, I do have 1 sentry stuck in that room. I just am always worried I'm going to do exactly what I did one day, and just drive a drone into... Well, actually, the drone was sitting there in the danger room, as it were. Without having to worry too much about hazards, I'm actually going to open D7. I'm going to leave 1 where it is. Now, it's not the best option. Six, 9, 3, and 5. That's great. I've got 5 minutes, though, so I can do this. What I want to do is make a path specifically for those drones to go. So I'm going to close D19, and I'm going to open D14. I'm going to dock at 3. Actually, I want to close that door. I can force it in there. Oh no! Crap. Okay, this room is not exposed and is safe. So what we're going to do is open up D17. And simply wait. Now, this shouldn't take long, but I don't know how... Oh, there we go. And it's done. It's not in the door anymore because it had to go further in to reach the sensor. That also means that I've actually completely explored the ship now. What I'd want to do I want to do 2 things. I want to get all that delicious, delicious scrap. I want to make sure there isn't any swarm that spawned. It's entirely possible they did. They could be roaming around. And if they are... Okay, they're not in this room. They're not in the other room. And they were contained to those rooms. So, everything should be safe. Everything should be done. What I am going to do, as I always do, because I'm AR like that, and I think it's the pleasant thing to do, I think it's the nice thing to do, is I'm going to bring you in here. And I'm actually going to have to dock back to A1. Yeah, I can make this work. I'm going to be really, really pissed if I was wrong and there's something roaming around, but there really should not be. Everything's all tidied up. There's a couple sensors I left laying around. And that's it. The only real thing that I could do is open up A2 just to spite any swarm that might have spawned. But I'm not going to bother with that. I don't know that there's anything there, so that's going to be it. Stealth, as I've said before, makes for a wonderful opportunity to push through a ship. You can stealth, run into a room, and identify what's inside before your stealth runs out, and without really putting yourself at much risk. You can't run into enemies, but you can come close to them. Sensors, I've said before, also a very good tool just to be able to track where an enemy is. Sentries really do cause problems with that because they attack the sensors, but, oh, hey, and look. Okay, duck it. I'm curious where these are going to hit. I'd like to see what happens. Sensors are really good at tracking where enemies are. Sensors are good at tracking enemies. With sentries, that's complicated because they will attack and damage and destroy the sensors. But even then, you can use that if you're willing to spare them to track where they're heading, and because they always pull into a room after they destroy the sensor. I've never seen one back out. So, you know, you can track them, you just have to sacrifice sensors to do that. We have less than a minute left, and very high chances of multiple rooms being struck. And I expect it should be happening any moment now. There we go. Wow. And that is why we don't play around with asteroids. An asteroid struck R6, and it gets exposed to the outside, but not vacuum. R3 gets hit, and R5 gets hit, and both of them suffer full exposure, vacuum, and radiation, everything. Vacuum will suck your drone out into space, and you will never see it again. If you have Collector, there's a chance you could catch it. I don't know what kind of damage that involves. It might be that it utterly destroys it, and you just have to repair it back from zero. Or it could be nothing at all. I don't know. Never had that happen before, which is very unfortunate because I have had a drone vacuumed out into space. Because of an asteroid impact, no less. They can also destroy doors and either lock them shut or lock them open, as you see with door 19. So any room adjacent to an asteroid strike could also be at risk of horrible, horrible damage, including vacuum and radiation. So don't fool around with asteroids. Keep an eye on your timers, or you could be in a very bad situation. And especially seeing the kinds of enemies that are involved right now, that were jumpers and sentries, they're not really huge threats. A jumper is going to... a leaper, I call them either, is going to attack a single drone, but all three of these drones have high enough health that you're not going to have a problem. But if you're in R2 when an asteroid strike hits, and you can't get out of R2 before the room vents, you're going to lose that drone. And especially with the kind of damage that was done, I actually wouldn't have been able to travel around the ship. There's only one working generator, but only one that isn't exposed to radiation or vacuum. So probably the guy that scored 0 got hit with an asteroid. Again, don't play around with asteroids. Looking at the score, 950. Now, I feel very pleased with that performance, and you always want, when you have sentries, especially in the daily challenge, if you can find a defense turret, that is your best bet. Alternate to that, if you have access to trap or mine, that's going to be another good option. Not always available because it's the daily challenge, and that limits your options, but that's the new high score. Target to beat. Good luck. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good day.